The Packers' same old hope is the idea that new wide receivers will finally transform the team's offense and give the quarterback, currently Jordan Love, the playmakers he needs. Every year, Green Bay Packers fans and management cling to the hope that newly drafted young receivers, like Matthew Golden and Savion Williams in 2025, will be the solution to their passing attack. But this optimism has become a tired narrative because it's been happening for years, with a long list of drafted receivers who never became true stars or reliable number one wide receivers. Since 2018, the Packers have drafted several WRs: Jamon Moore, Valdes-Scantling, Equanimeous St. Brown, Amari Rodgers, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jayden Reed, etc., and none of them have managed to establish themselves as dominant superstars. Lions fans, who see their own team brimming with talent, view this as repetitive and even a source of ridicule. In short, the Packers' same old hope is that this time it's going to work, that the new receivers will solve all the offense's problems, even if, year after year, that never happens. Lions fans laugh as the Packers continue to bank on the same old hope. Right now, the Detroit Lions aren't just a title contender, they're the standard in the NFC North. They've gone from lovable underdogs to recognized powerhouses, and it didn't happen by accident. With a fearless and transformative coach like Dan Campbell, a front office that knows how to build its foundation in the draft and free agency, and a roster packed with elite talent on both sides of the court, Detroit isn't just aiming for a playoff spot anymore. They're eyeing a Super Bowl run. After finishing the last two seasons with a combined 27-7 record and winning back-to-back divisional titles, the Lions have made it clear the road to winning in the North now runs through the Motor City. They're not just winning, they're doing it with style. Their offense, orchestrated by offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, is explosive, versatile, and consistently among the most dangerous units in the league. With Jared Goff throwing the ball to one of the best wide receiver duos in football, the ever-reliable Amon-Ra St. Brown and speedster Jameson Williams, Detroit has a formula that terrifies opposing defenses. Compare that to their division rivals in Green Bay, and it's easy to see why Lions fans are laughing. In his recent analysis for Bleacher Report, Christopher Knox outlined each NFL team's main source of hope heading into the 2025 season. Regarding the Packers, their optimism was, once again, in the potential of their unproven wide receivers. Sound familiar? That's because it is. The Packers' hope rests on a familiar yet fragile foundation. Knox's reasoning? The Packers have invested in a couple of new wideouts, first-round draft pick Matthew Golden and third-round pick Savion Williams. He argues this influx of talent could finally give quarterback Jordan Love the tools he needs to elevate the offense. But for anyone who's paid attention to Green Bay in recent years, that song is getting old, and Lions fans know every lyric by heart. Since 2018, the Packers have made no fewer than a dozen attempts to fix their receiver spot. Jamon Moore, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Equanimeous St. Brown, Amari Rodgers, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Samori Toure, Jayden Reed, Dontavion Wicks, Grant Dubose, and now Golden and Williams. It's a complete rotation of names, none of whom have developed into consistent, reliable number one receivers. At what point does it stop being about the players and start becoming a reflection of the system? Sure, Matt LaFleur has a sharp offensive mind, but if no one emerges from this long list of prospects as a true difference maker, a much bigger question arises. Is Green Bay truly developing its young talent, or just hoping for a miracle every year? The problem isn't a lack of investment, it's a lack of progress. Meanwhile, in Detroit, while the Packers continue their Groundhog Day approach to roster construction, the Lions are piling on wins, talent, and experience. The difference in organizational direction couldn't be more stark. Detroit's key players are on the rise. Their coaching staff is cohesive and innovative, and their culture has completely changed. The Lions are no longer the team that expects its rookies to succeed. They're the team everyone else is trying to catch up to. Maybe Golden and Williams will break the mold. Maybe they'll be the receivers who finally live up to the hype. But from a Lions fan's perspective, we've seen this story too many times to believe this year's run will be a blockbuster. Until proven otherwise, Green Bay is just hitting replay on the same tired song, and Detroit can enjoy the show from atop the division. Fans, if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. We have plenty more American football news on the way, and this season promises to be special. Let's get to it.